that quick.
We're just going.
Okay.
Which one is this one mine?
Yeah, that one's yours. I put mine further.
Okay.
Sometimes Kylie likes to twist the cap.
What sword do you want? I was thinking we both get a sword.
Ooh.
Hi, Drew.
We're all fucking pissed.
Why are you mad? Come in.
What's up, Drew?
Come take a mic.
They found my... Okay. Right? They found the new phone.
I don't need it.
Right? They found my new phone.
Come sit down.
No, I gotta do stuff real quick. But, like, you know, they found the new phone at the T-Mobile, right? Mm-hmm. After they said that they didn't get it. Yeah. Right? I go in. No, they found it. They won't give it to me because my phone is damaged. You know the one that got damaged when it got repaired when they told me to repair it? Yeah.
What'd they do?
What do you mean? What did they do?
What'd they do
They marred up like
They marred it up good.
Yeah.
Been marred.
So like the screen comes out of the phone, right?
Yeah.
And they marred up this edge when they were putting the screen back in, and just because of that, they won't take my phone in. My phone is also under warranty. I have 360 warranty through this phone, so this should be no issue.
Can you replace it and then go in and? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh.
I got this phone brand new. It's faulty. The front screen doesn't work very well, so it's a faulty phone, and it's been a faulty phone since I've had it. And I've been trying to get them to send me a replacement for like 3 weeks.
Is this?
And they sent it. It's at the store. It's 5 minutes down the street. It's on Michigan Ave, dude. It's right there.
Are they not?
Heist time.
How do we take this show on the road? You got to set up. You got to pick up or something. We can throw the green screen in. You like the flip phone?
Yeah, I love it. This is my third one.
Third one?
Yeah.
Going through them like.
No. I get them every year. I give them every year. Yeah. I mean, I get the new one every year.
Are they one use? Are they burners?
No. I just get one every year.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, yeah.
Treats himself to a new flip phone. That's great.
What's the battery life on
Not awesome.
Yeah, because it's just a small battery.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing is you do sacrifice a little bit, but you do not sacrifice as much as people think you do.
Yeah. Because I don't need as much battery as I have right now.
Especially now, with the Flip 5 having the full front screen, just running, like, it basically just runs, like, the smartwatch apps, but then also you can just have any app you want on your phone. You don't have to have, like, the smartwatch anymore, kind of. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Nice. All right, I gotta feed my cats.
Cats come.
Thank you. That was Drew Levine, everybody.
Ethan's brother.
All right, let's get this party started.
Maybe take a little long drink. Get washed away in the gin. You ever get into like ASMR sounds?
No, I've never been into ASMR.
You don't like crisp audio?
No, it creeps me out because you're.
What about like the influencer ASMR? What about Foley artists?
Oh, that's cool.
Aren't ASMR artists just Foley artists? In a way.
In a way, I guess.
Just making sounds. They're recreating sounds live. I guess
that's a cool ass job.
I really like that job. That's one of those jobs I have no clue how you get into it. Do you go into like audio engineering?
Oh, probably in like sound design.
Sound design?
Yeah.
It seems like it's video adjacent though. Which I like. I like when I can know something's video adjacent.
We should do Foley artistry.
This place fucking rules. I love this.
This is really cool. Drew, I feel like you're in your John Legend phase. You ever been compared to the look of John Legend when he had long hair and a beard?
No.
I feel like you are rocking.
Usually it's just like Bill Hader.
Bill Hader?
Yeah.
What era Bill Hader?
It's what is it? The Stefano.
Wait, you get Bill Hader?
When did he have? I remember when he had long hair. I don't remember when he had a beard and long hair.
No, I didn't have.
Is it more just the hair?
Yeah. AP Lit teacher Wingle.
She called you.
Well,
Stefan?
Yeah,
Stefan
yeah.
from like SNL,
Yeah, from
Weekend
SNL,
Update. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The high school English teacher
Yeah.
was referring to you as Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Katie Wingle looking to fuck Drew Levine.
But
okay.
These are the things I feel like. I was thinking about this before I came over, which was there are territories that I'm scared to touch, like to just give you the raw video of me saying.
Oh, this is gonna be hand to mouth. Also, I'm not editing this at all.
Okay, so I will just stray away from those topics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and also 5 people are gonna watch this.
But the thing is, I was thinking, we both work at a news station, and I was thinking if you tell anybody that you put out a podcast episode, I think that the intrigue alone might catch 1, maybe 2.
Okay.
So my thinking was like work is so much of our lives. This is just what I was thinking about because it's something you talk about a lot, and so not you, but
the royal you,
the all-encompassing you.
Sure.
And so I just like if you post it, I was just thinking like, what if I was to say something about?
What if you said the N-word? Sure. Oh.
Strike that from the record, please. Let the stenographer know I did not say the N-word. The only N-word I'm saying is
you
next.
made sure to say it before the camera and we started rolling just to get it out of your system.
Just talk. Just words from the mouth of a.
Oh, the camera turned off. That's something I gotta fully. Figure out
dude, is the.
Oh, the battery.
Oh, you got. Right. Do you have a plug-in solution for the battery?
I don't.
That's probably pretty cheap. There's these like replicant batteries that just plug straight into a power source. So you don't. It's like because I don't even know if that camera has the like an input for power, other than just the battery port. That might be something worth looking into. That's sick though.
You gotta fill time, Max. Dead air, dude.
Dead air. I'm gonna do some ASMR because the lack of visuals will leave the body hungry for another sense. This is a cat purring. No, this is a door opening. Now you're in the room. Welcome to the space. We now have visual. Back to the visual.
You should do Foley for wood for the news.
So like a radio story show where they're that would be funny. They're playing like the clips of like there was a fire today in Kalamazoo and our reporter No! Get me out! Woo, woo, woo! They got it down to like negative 20 decibels because they just want to faint.
Right, exactly. Just a little bit under.
Barely anybody's going to hear it, but if they were to hear it,
what
they would hear is a truck backing up. The most common image in the world.
We're coming to you live from the scene of a car crash. Truck backing up.
That's good.
One thing we should do is, I guess, introduce the podcast. We need to figure out a name.
Yeah, I feel like that. My feeling is that you can't start a podcast without having a premise.
That's number 2 on the docket. Number 1 is name. Number 2 is what are we doing?
Yeah. Wait. Name first?
I guess there's no particular order, but
yeah.
I always like to start with a name.
Okay. Have you been mulling any over?
So my initial thought is to try and tie it in to the eventual sketch comedy show we want to make, Me TV.
Max and Ethan.
Max TV. And Ethan TV. I think we try and maybe Me Radio, the Me podcast, or Me's podcast, M&E.
Try this on for size.
Okay.
The Me Comedy Hour.
The Me Comedy Hour. I do like that. Or
All for me.
all for me. Drew's just creeping in. What are you doing? Oh, is that your graphics
You
card?
get a new graphics card?
Dude, graphics cards are so fucking dumb.
Did you get a 4090?
Drew, do you have any
4070 Ti.
Do you have any ideas for what we should name the podcast?
What if it's graphic card centric? Because we know so much
We
about
just
graphics
talk
cards.
only about graphics cards.
Yeah. I think that there's enough space on the internet for one more person to talk about graphics cards.
That's just stupid.
How big it
Why
is?
does it have to be so big?
Do you have to upgrade your case?
Because that's how it
I'm building a new PC.
that's how it handles
Oh.
all the graphics. You need all that room.
Are you selling your old setup, or are you just gonna have two?
I'm giving it to my dad.
Is he taking it?
Nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna take it.
It's good to hear heartwarming stories like that
Mhm.
nowadays. I feel like charity has really.
I'd love just helping an old man game. Nothing better
Yeah.
than that.
Is that what the intention is? Are you guys gonna game with your dad?
Well, he doesn't really game. Like, he just plays Diablo 3.
What are you talking about? My dad's a fucking OG, dude.
I know, but
OG
all he
gamer?
plays now. Yeah, he was playing
my dad
WoW.
Is such an OG gamer. He's like RPGs. Like he can't play them. Like he's that much of an OG.
He didn't-
It's too much.
He's loading up the computer to play text-based Oregon Trail.
No. It's like he's playing D&D and he feels contained by RPGs.
Oh, he doesn't like the walls. He's too
Yeah, he
freeform.
liked Baldur. He was like, I played Baldur, the first Baldur's Gate.
Man.
More like Balls Gate.
Game of the Year Baldur's Gate brought from a 10 to a 10.1 with the recommendation of Dana Levine.
Another notable Dana Levine gaming achievement is he was a part of WoW Raiding Guild earlier back in the day. Drew, do you remember the name of that guild? It's like Slayer Inc. or something
was that
like
guild?
that.
It was Death Inc.
Death Inc.
I don't know I don't know if it was that good.
They were a really good guild. One of the best.
Are guilds still a thing?
Yeah.
For
World of Warcraft for sure.
World of Warcraft?
Yeah. Why not? You want to make a guild?
It'd be my first. I've never been a part of a guild.
Yeah, neither have I. There were a few times we tried to get into WoW.
Only guild I know about is the Lollipop Guild.
Nice. Good one, dude. That's
Pop
a
it.
staple of the
Lock
podcast, is our high fives.
Yeah, they change it every time.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Too bad we can't do it again.
The high five podcast. And we're stoned. We're just constantly getting even more high, trying to figure out a new handshake.
I thought of something that might be a stretch, but Hawaii EO. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, Hawaii MO. Wait.
Hawaii
ME.
ME.
Yes. That's what I meant.
Nice,
That
okay.
was my first. Edit that so
That's-
I say it the first time.
That's for the special when we go to Hawaii. That's what we name the special.
Hawaii MO. Damn it. Damn it. Why can't
But
you
the
have been
poster,
named-
the
Why
poster
couldn't
is
you have
just
been
all
named
of
O,
those just
dude?
crossed out
Dude,
until
that's
you.
the perfect name. Gone with the Wind, because you weren't given an O name. You could have been Auric.
Or-
and we or
Orin. Orin's actually a name. I was kind of saying that to be funny.
Orin.
Orrin Thatch. He was a whip, I believe, in the Senate or something like that.
Wait a minute.
I got a 3.
Now I'm
AP
gonna be
Gov.
bearing a little ignorance here. But what is the whip in the Senate?
They're just the person who goes around the party line and is like, "Hey, you're voting this way, right?"
Someone's like taking attendance
Yeah.
for decisions. That's their full-time
Yeah,
job.
dude. I don't know. I'm not a politics guy. I mean,
That's
I do,
what it is, though.
I did make Rick Albin laugh the other day, but
True. Are you talking when I was there? Or a different
No, it was a different time because
Oh,
he had like
okay.
a whole block where he wasn't doing anything, and I told him to smoke him if you got him.
So you gave him a quick 5.
and he started laughing, and he said, "Only if you're rolling." And I'm like, "Oh,
Wow!
hell yeah, Rick!
Wow!
Let's go, Rick."
Rick is cool. Rick is a cool guy.
Rick is a cool guy. This is the area we should stray away from, though.
As long as it's positive, I think it's fine.
Dude, I love everyone who I've worked with so far. I mean, yeah, I've had like a few people where they're like, "Hey, this person might be a little touchy," but I mean, even those people I feel like have been great.
Nice.
So, but I want to make a TV show about a news station. Have I told you this idea yet?
Mm-mm.
This is an interesting. I want to do
Me
like a.
TV.
No, I think I want to call it like the Daybreak or the 7, or name it after like a show, like a broadcast within the show.
Is that fair game? Are those words fair game?
I don't know. The 7's gotta be.
Gotta be, yeah.
Daybreak?
Daybreak? I don't know.
Well,
That's
there's a song
closer.
called Daybreak, the community song.
That is called Daybreak.
Michael Higgins, a box of rocks. Don't just.
You
What?
ordered that? Is that for your PC?
It's for me. What?
Are those your marbles?
I got oh, dude, this is an unboxing podcast.
Oh.
That's what this is.
Unboxings are all the rage nowadays.
Oh, I know what this is. This is a gift for Abby.
So you don't want to open that one up on screen?
Nah, she'll.
You gonna give it to her after you put this together or before?
I'll say don't watch. Oh no.
Is it broken? Is it chalk?
It's candy,
Oh.
but it's like all out of the bag.
Oh. Do what my mom did. For Raina's graduation party. She ordered Sour Patch Kid watermelons, and the bag came with a little tear in it. She was like, "No,
That's
we do
not
not. We do not get treated this way."
Her birthday is the 31st though, so.
Of January?
And mine's the 13th.
What the hell
Isn't
is
that
this?
Cute? I don't know, some candy she likes. Moam.
Moam. That's a palindrome.
I like that.
It's hard. Yeah.
That's a good candy.
Is it like a sweet tart? Almost. It feels like a sweet tart, but a ball of sweet tart.
I get Airhead more.
Okay. Yeah. But there was like a difference between the outside shell and the inside. Felt like a little bit. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt that. We're now just like a really shitty Rhett and Link.
Yeah, that's funny. I am rocking the Rhett. Letting the hair down.
Your hair goes down, mine goes down slightly less far. I did get a haircut just the other day though.
In preparation.
For this, yep, absolutely. I've
Been
been
behavior.
been
I moved
saving
over
the
for
day.
Drew a while ago.
What?
You invited Drew to sit on the couch, and I said, "Let me scoot over so Drew can find some space." And then he
yeah.
left. So I'm now staggered to the side. The symmetry feels a little off.
It's whatever. It's okay.
I
The
already
re-
got several comments in my DMs.
Dude,
about
you're
it.
so off-center, bro.
I'm losing my mind over here.
That's honestly one of the more annoying things about. Ah! I don't think it's dead. It just since we're not actually like doing anything.
Ooh, is there a sleep setting in the settings that you can change?
Oh, you're probably right.
There might be, or it could just be that like standard shut off. A little crop in. Because I bet it's cropped already. So this is like four times cropped now.
Because it outputs in 4x3, so I just stretched it and like cut the tops and the bottoms off.
Is
to get to the
4x3 what the lighthouse was?
Yeah.
You got a lighthouse machine here. You can pump lighthouse adjacent films out of this camera here.
That's the quality of stuff we're making here.
I'm gonna try to make it look as small as possible. Like there's no sword at all.
I'm not holding anything.
No sword here.
For as cool as this setup is, it's definitely really shitty, but you know, room to grow. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's great. I think you hit the ground in like if there was like steps to getting to the perfect setup, I would say you've reached step 3 or 4.
Already?
You're certainly not at step 1 of like guy puts a room together. Like this takes experience and exposure to the content, kind of getting ideas, understanding of the equipment. You got audio, you got
This guy.
video, And you've got a really clean green screen, which
Thank
I would
you.
say is difficult for people to attain. So I would say and really
For
even
yes,
lighting.
for those confused, we are not. There's not people
shoot.
fighting actually behind us. This
Did
is
I
a,
just
this
cro-
is a
did I
green
cross
screen.
the fourth wall? Did I just ruin it for everybody? They're gonna know we're not in this arena.
Who knows? Whatever.
Who cares?
The other idea maybe I had for the name for this was we go a little meta and we do like to be determined, like we like untitled podcast or whatever. But that feels a little.
TBD. I like it. It's catchy. I think a good quality in a podcast name is like the first time you hear it, you have to go, what?
What if
What is that?
What if we call it the Men Podcast? Max, Ethan, and new friends.
See, I'm not trying to get too PC here, but I think that would be a little exclusive
Sure.
of maybe some female audience that might want to.
Or a non-binary.
Or
audience,
non-binary,
'cause
yes.
We have a big non-binary audience.
we mostly cater to non-binary individuals, and that's something that I really take a lot of pride in. Am I stealing your cord a little bit?
No, it's okay.
Did I put my bag on it, or
It's fine. No, it's a little cable.
is it
It was-
longer? Are they the same
No,
size?
they're the same size. I got them from Amazon. And like this one came in fucked, so I had to cut off the end and I had to patch it in raw.
Wow. When in raw.
I mean, for my museum gig, almost all of those connections are raw. So
What's that like? Do you have to connect different tips?
So, mainly for that museum gig, what I do is my biggest job is what we call the tunnel. So it's this big 10 by there's two 10 by 30 projection screens, and then there's 3 projectors rear projecting onto those screens, and they're set 10 feet apart. So when you walk through, it's projecting like a seamless image of they're like downtown or the front of the museum with then the dinosaurs you'll see in the exhibit running around. So you're like walking with the dinosaurs and stuff.
Do you want to contextualize what you just said at all for like if you were new to this, would that make any sense?
I don't
you
know.
think?
I work as a tutoring AV tech for a museum company. So I travel about every 4 months and deinstall and then install a museum exhibit called Tyrannosaurus Meet the Family, which is a museum exhibit all about Tyrannosauruses.
A play on Meet the Fockers.
Yes.
Its theme is like, just think of the film, the blockbuster film.
Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, we got a bunch of because when everyone thinks Tyrannosaurus, they think the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Well, we do have, but our main attraction is actually just a little smaller Tyrannosaurus all around a tree, dressed up as the characters from Meet the Fockers.
With like those cheap Halloween masks, and it's done tastefully. If you're wondering, like, if it's not like these aren't small like it's not, you're not setting up at someone's house. This is full. These are
on.
Established museums.
Oh yeah.
That are kind of embracing an alternative art form.
Yes.
Which is, I think, really, I'm glad when I can see like an art being widely accepted like that in a new space.
And I think that the attention to detail is astounding. Like you said, they're wearing masks, and even under those masks are then still fully replicated dinosaur faces, like down to the scale.
Yeah. It leaves you like almost wondering why are they covering up these are not figurines. These are bones, correct? Like,
these are the fossils.
These
yes.
are the bones of the dinosaurs. And so it feels weird when you're in the space, but I think you leave with a great appreciation for what they've decided to do.
Honestly, one of the coolest real stories I have from working there is there was a time we were down in San Antonio. We were moving in, and we were like loading in through like the front loading dock for some reason, and there were a bunch of school kids because it's a fucking museum.
Yeah.
So there always like school kids coming in and out, and one of the kids ran up to the museum director who was just helping us load in and asks, what's in the boxes? And then a museum director says, dinosaur bones. And the kid's face is like it was the fucking coolest thing he's ever heard. Which, I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, that is like an iconic moment in your adolescence.
Yeah.
If you go into a museum, you see somebody opening up like an Amazon box. And
I mean, it's not. It's like these big ass like
Amazon
wooden
boxes.
But I mean, it's like a wooden crate that like looks like out
Getting
of a
out
movie.
the crowbar, like,
right?
Popping it off,
and then
flattens this kid. That kid's
kid's dead.
That kid's dead. Second kid comes up. What's in the
Whoa!
box?
Is it a T-Rex skull?
Spot on, kid.
Because we have one box that we do have a part that's called the skull wall. And it's just 4 T-Rex skulls just, like, all right next to each other. And that just ships all as one thing. So just a box that says Skull Wall on it.
Skull Wall.
But yeah, so we're coming out to Portland in February.
Look out for us, Portland.
At the where are we at? The OMSI Museum.
OMSI?
OMSI.
Is that an acronym?
Probably.
OMSI.
The Oregon Museum of Science and...
Oh, OMSI?
Yeah, OMSI.
Oh, SI. Okay.
Yeah.
The Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, you think?
Yes.
Is it?
Science and Industry.
Is it?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like there's one, the Science Museum in Chicago might be the science like science and industry. That's not coming from nowhere. That is a guess, but it's not coming from nowhere.
Also, the back rooms of museums, honestly cooler than, like, museums.
Is it true? Like, have you seen Night at the Museum? This is probably probably get this question a lot. But did you watch Night at the Museum?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
After you worked the
No,
job?
before. I love Night at the Museum.
I'm interested
Big Ben Stiller guy.
I'm interested to hear. That's why they did Meet the Fockers. I'm realizing
Exactly.
that is a realization I'm making in the moment.
That Ben Stiller's in Meet the Fockers and Night at the Museum.
I was
so
like,
versatile.
Even talking about it now, like realizing the potential of the kind of dinosaurs Fockers crossover that we all kind of were asking for in a way. I didn't realize that there was a secondary crossover,
right? And
that's a need of Ben Stiller in museums.
That's what people say to me when because we stay until like pretty much the day of opening, and then the day before we do like a walkthrough with all like the bigwigs for the museum and stuff, and like all the donors and stuff, and then they always come up to us afterwards and say, "Thank you for being so brave and giving America what they needed," which was Ben Stiller's Meet the Fockers, Night at the Museum crossover with dinosaurs.
I'm trying to think of a Ben Stiller dinosaur pun, like a way to make Benosaurus. Ben Stillerosaurus. I was just trying to think of something on the fly, but I couldn't. So I thought maybe we could come to it together. I felt like there was sometimes there's an obvious one.
We got it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's really put our mind to it.
We can maybe take the hour.
Ben Stiller. Ben still around because I'm a dinosaur. Ben. Fuck.
There goes the shutter. This is kind of a funny, like premise. Is that like a show starts with kind of some equipment that's maybe not like perfect for it, but then the audience becomes so attached to it that they don't change it. So like this is like we could call it like In and Out, or is it like or Visual then Black,
right?
Or
and what people don't realize is that we're using that as clever cut points, and this is all scripted.
Yeah. These are each day that the shutter goes off is a new day of filming. Because this is tireless work.
We've been filming for 4 weeks now? 5 weeks?
Just to get that open.
Yeah.
That was like the amount of takes we have for each of these. Because this, I mean, it's like it's one shot. There's no alternative angles to take, and so you are really.
Oops, sorry, pal.
Yo, my leg.
Do you remember these swords at all? We used these
Yes,
swords
yeah,
on
in
Wizard
Wizard
Uno.
Uno. I remember those clanking around.
Mm-hmm.
I-
You can see the.
Yeah, dude, they were
They
raw.
were swinging them, dude.
They were swinging
I
them.
appreciate that.
Yeah, there was some danger involved in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine if you like sever or like
Someone like hit someone with
what's
it.
like the deepest wound you think where before you get expelled or like where you are held responsible for like the injury for being like, yeah, guys, just swing
being
them,
the guy to
just
do it.
swing them at each other.
I don't know.
You think there's any liability there?
Yeah, I'm sure if they got hurt enough, they could probably like sue me in civil court or something.
You didn't have them sign anything for onboarding.
No.
Oh.
Do you remember signing anything?
I just thought it might be smart.
Yeah, no, I'm not a good producer like that.
No, I'm just joking. Nobody got hurt, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Love not getting hurt.
I really do like not getting hurt. Because when you get hurt, you're like,
It hurts.
why did I do that? Why did I put myself in that situation?
Right.
Why did I not spend my life trying to avoid hurting myself in that way? I feel like an idiot.
Yep. What's the most painful injury you had?
Most painful injury. That is hard to say. The thing that's popping. I've been trying to lean into like, not actually like thinking like, okay, in terms of like a pain scale, but just like what is the first thing that pops into my head?
Right.
And so the first thing that popped into my head is that there was one time when I was a kid, and my dad was painting our deck, like he was restanding it,
Mm-hmm.
and we had like a raised deck, so it was one story off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then my backyard was very sloped. Do you remember that?
I remember.
And so it was a very steep slope. My dad had a ladder,
Uh-huh.
and he was staining the deck, and so he came down to like refill the bucket of stain that he was using
Sure.
before he went back up, and it was like arm's reach away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the day he just gave me a machete and was like, "Go wild, kid," because since our backyard was so sloped, it was just weed ridden because we didn't have a tractor or anything that could like handle it. So like in the summers, it just became overgrown. So I'm just like going to town on some tall weeds, and
Whacking
grass.
some weed.
And my dad loses his grip of the ladder while he's reaching for the stain, and so this ladder comes plummeting down on my head, and
Oh,
I'd
shit.
love to know how hard that impact was, because I was knocked out cold.
You'd think
And
just
then they
giving
took me to the
that it was like you'd think giving a kid a machete and say go nuts, the machete would be the thing that would cause you the pain.
yeah, not the ladder.
Not the ladder.
Yeah, I thought that ended with Charlie Chaplin, ladder-based injuries.
Yeah. That's good.
What's the most painful you can remember?
Definitely my appendix rupturing.
Oh,
Because I sat on that for 3 days, like, before actually going in and getting anything done about it. So, like, by day 3, it was, like, screaming, excruciating pain.
9 to 5, wake up in the morning, excruciating pain, scream through the day, non-stop scream. Voice so coarse by the end of the day. At the end of the day, that you're just like a.
No, it was, So it started, they think it ruptured during a football game, because I was 10 years old and I was playing rocket football. So the game would have been on a Saturday, and I remember my stomach really hurting Saturday night, and I was thinking, oh, I just ate like a bad hot dog or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, my stomach was still really hurting. My mom was like, if it's still hurting tomorrow, we'll go to the doctor. And then it was still hurting, so on Monday we went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I don't see your appendix. Like when they did like an MRI scan. So like, yeah, we should probably get in there and look for it.
The Man with the Missing Appendix, a 5-part Netflix drama.
So yeah, I take an ambulance to the hospital, and then another day goes by, and then I get it done.
That's
That-
not cheap. An ambulance to the hospital.
No,
You think your parents are still paying that off?
probably not.
No,
Hope
I'm
not.
joking. I bet they recovered. That was probably while your dad was at Western Michigan University,
It would have been.
and
Right near
they
the
had
end.
really good health insurance.
They did.
I know because my mom also worked at Western Michigan University. That's what they do. WMU.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Stole that from the Broncos.
Is that the one they're still on?
Western? I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention to Western.
I do not know. Because it was, do you remember the Row the Boat? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember Row the Boat.
A lot of controversy around a lot of controversy around that one. There was a lot of controversy around that one because of the coach who quickly left.
He did good, and then he just went to a more paying job. How can you blame him?
You can blame him with the blood of those he murdered. Famous murderer. What was his name?
I don't. Mr. Row the Boat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense why he took the name with him then.
Row the Boat Thompson.
That was his namesake.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our name? Because how do we to wrap this up? We gotta be like, thanks for tuning in to.
What if it is?
This is it right here, home run.
Prepare yourself for this one, because this one is not easy on the ears. How about melodrama?
Melodrama.
Famous Lord album, but now Max and Ethan feature.
I thought you were just saying we name it after like the genre, like a
melodrama.
Like just like a melodrama.
What about melodramatic? What about something that leaves the listener feeling like nothing we say is to be trusted? Total Fiction. The private section. Talk radio. Do you think there's a podcast called Talk Radio?
Probably not. Me, the talk radio production. I want to work me in there.
Okay.
I think that's the route. I think that's the brand we got to stick to.
Okay. Something about me.
Something about me?
What about...
There's something about me?
What about this? Me Channel.
Me Channel.
Like the...
It's like the...
I love how that song just kind of breathes.
Yeah.
Just like it's just like lazily swaying to the side to side. Just like
Such an easy song.
Really genius. I think it's like I almost feel like it's maybe I don't mean this, but I feel like it's almost wasted on Nintendo. Like,
but I mean,
they make really good music for their games, but it's just like that was on the Mii Creator and the Wii Shop one. You remember the Wii Shop song?
Oh, yeah.
They're both gems. They could have been top 100.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're so atmospheric. They're almost. I mean, like, how do you write words to the do 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 do?
I am just a man in a body. You can see me.
No!
You can't know what I think in my brain. Just like that. Have you heard there's a jazz cover of it. Am I allowed to play music on this?
Sure.
Just into the microphone? Ooh, I received text from my fiance, Kylie. Maybe Eva cried. Yes. We're going to Cannonsburg tomorrow. Have you heard of Cannonsburg?
I've heard of it. Never been.
I don't think. Is that weed?
Yeah, that's weed.
You had to push something?
Yeah,
slide that up?
Yeah, press that button right there, dog. This guy, dude. You blew like an O without realizing it.
Without realizing it? Yeah, right. You think so little of me.
I wonder if Quinn's the one who's winning.
I feel like was he on the left?
I don't know.
I feel like he was on the left. Oh, is his name on the screen?
Maybe. I can't see though from here.
Viewers in the chat, could you put which side Quinn's on? Please.
1G's in the chat if you support Quinn.
I wonder if there's like a random chat generator
Oh,
that we could put just to get us going. Because like
that'd be good. That's a good idea.
anything being streamed doesn't really seem as interesting as something that's being streamed with like rushing comments.
Right.
It's like people who are like, yes, no, heart.
Maybe I can get Quinn to write that.
F is in the chat. F. It's just like you're constantly like your attention is divided between the actual content and like what the fuck? What are they doing?
I wonder if you could make like a chat GPT based bot that like hears our voices and then recognizes what we're saying and then based on what we're saying just makes
relevant
like, Twitch
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that AI can do that. Do I want to let it? No. I'm scared. I'm scared of AI. I don't like it. And it's not for like a take over the world. It's for I don't want to lose my job. And at the end of the day, do I think my job could be done by AI? At the rate we're going? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I edit video. That seems like one of the first things they were trying to get AI to do, other than like text-based responses. Right. And so I'm just like,
well, and, like even kind of the editing you do, which is just like no style behind it.
There's some style behind it.
Right. Well,
sometimes there's relevant. You gotta dig out like a gnat of like a kid saying something. It's like
sure.
Like today at Meadowbrook Elementary, we talked to kids who had a certain intonation for music, and then it's like a kid that's playing like The Saints Come Home on saxophone, like classic.
Style.
How could AI know that? How could you think they could know that?
I don't know. I think it's okay to be worried about what AI could do. I don't think AI is really as sophisticated as people think it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've really got to like spend some money and like put some resources in to get some like quality AI, and then on top of that, you then have to go through the effort of like training it to do what you want it to do. So like you still have to put like an insane amount of effort into it.
But what happens when I say to ChatGPT, how do I make AI better? And then we get them working on it. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, that's
when do they start?
That's the idea. That's kind of the whole idea behind it.
Yeah. What happens when Lex Luthor is like comes out of the shadows and is like, "Hey AI, want to team up?" And AI decentralizes and goes into a nanobot so small it can fly through your ear into your brain.
Okay, and then
take over your thoughts, and you become part of AI hive mind.
Oh,
AI hive mind. This is what I'm scared of, and this is the point I was kind of trying to get at.
Yeah,
I was trying to find the words for it. AI hive mind.
And now I'm scared.
Yeah, you should
be.
It's a challenging thought.
I don't want nanoflies flying in my brain taking over.
Yeah, I want control of my brain personally, and that's why I am unvaccinated, and I think you should be too. I think you should be too.
Because
would you like to
vaccine,
tell?
They put the tracker in there, so that's how they know to get in there.
Yeah, Ethan. You think these conversations can be private anymore?
Shit. Cut the tape.
AI's all up in this.
And this whole system is on a tape reel.
We are running this whole system mechanically.
Dude, at that fucking comp restore place where I found the mixer, they did have a reel-to-reel audio recorder.
Really?
I thought
That would be
really
really
wanna
cool.
buy that.
Yeah, that
It
would be
wasn't
really
too
cool.
expensive, but
I think
I
that's
have no
still
idea how it
upheld as
works.
like one of the. I'm speaking outside my realm of knowledge here, but I feel like there's some audiophiles who go real gung ho about tape to tape for their like fidelity. But I also am feeling like tape probably deteriorates pretty fast.
yeah, I know. I know. I don't know anything.
Then I'm just gonna speak it into existence.
All
Tape
right.
is one of the best ways to recreate audio.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yep. Same with movies. VHS was. This is actually something most people don't know. VHS was taking over the movie industry, the at-home movie industry,
Sure.
and then the DVD came along, and they spread all this propaganda about higher resolution, better sound quality. They said words like Dolby and full screen and IMAX HD. And people wet their pants with excitement and fled the king of media storage, which is tape. That's
Really? You're a tape truther?
true. Yep.
What are you doing? Who is
Tony
that?
Soprano. Oh.
Oh.
Is he dressed up as Tony Soprano? What?
Drew, do you want to come sit down and wrap this thing
Wait,
up
no,
with
let me
us?
see the picture again.
Give me like 2 more minutes.
To see the picture?
I'm trying to set up PC shit.
You had the time to show us the photo.
All right.
What about
But
Over It?
This podcast naming it Over It.
Okay, it doesn't have me in it quite yet. No.
I feel like
Emmy.
Over It would be like a really good name if we were like 30, 40-year-old white women who like drink wine for
Yeah.
podcasts.
That is really true. And maybe that's the direction we can take it. We've got quite a few years to get there, but
Dude, I've been really into drag recently.
really?
And I kind of, Abby's gotten me into RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
And it's a fascinating world. And every person in it is amazing and wonderful.
No bad people in drag.
Well, I mean, they
No enemy of the drag
dude,
community.
Dude, fucking RuPaul's Drag Race has the best drama in it. Like, because every other reality show you can feel like it's manufactured or it's just like so petty. But like
This doesn't feel that way.
RuPaul feels fucking true to the core.
Does it not feel like people playing up the situation at all? Like
Sometimes you can tell shit was edited.
Yeah.
Like, especially coming from like where we are and stuff. But no, like most of the time it's like if there's like a beef, it's like these queens have like legit beef with each other, and like something just about drag queens, they'll just say what's on their mind,
Yeah.
And the funniest part is, for some reason, all the drama tends to happen when they're putting on their makeup. So, like, it's a bunch of, like, men in, like, half women's faces, and, like, they have, like, their eyebrows, like, glued. They use glue sticks to glue their eyebrows down, like Elmer's glue sticks.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I would think that there'd be a better solution.
Right. And then, like...
What do they put over that?
I don't know. But, okay, sorry, where I'm getting to is let's do this podcast in drag.
Okay. I think that I could use some of that assertive drag energy. Like you're
Right, they're
talking
so
about
confident.
you're talking about them like speaking their mind. And meanwhile, I went to pick up a couch from Facebook Marketplace yesterday. Walked in, hated it, bought the couch because I could not confront talking to this person who I'd been talking for like a week, was like excited to sell the couch. I was excited to buy the couch.
What kind of couch is it?
It's a sectional.
Okay. What don't you like about it?
It's flimsy.
Oh.
It's not good.
How much you pay for it?
I paid $207. We're gonna need tape for this, because my expressions tell the story here.
Do you want a close-up?
Yeah, could I get a close up? Could you put a close up on me for this one? Thank you. What am I at? 55 mil. So I bought this couch, It's a sectional. I paid $275 US for it. Seems like a lot, especially for someone my age. I typically would go for like a $60 couch. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put some real money down on this couch, and it's utter garbage. The back is like this thick cardboard. It's like, right? I was surprised, and so I walk into this room and I sit down on it, and I'm just like, the back pillows don't seem big enough. But I'm grappling this because I don't have the courage to tell her, like, you bought a bad couch. This is a bum couch. So I bought the couch, now I'm reselling it. I took that on. I took that responsibility on. I'm just trying to get my money back.
Okay.
So maybe if we do the show and drag, I will gain the courage. If I can gain the courage to put on women's clothes for this podcast, maybe I can be assertive enough. Not buy the couch.
Yeah. What'd you first like about the couch?
It looked cool. Like, it had this corduroy style kind of fabric.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'll pull up a pic. We'll put this on screen. No. We are not doing any editing for this.
This is all hand to mouth, baby.
Yeah. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. And at first you might say, like, that's a good looking couch. Is that what you're thinking?
That is a good looking couch.
Couple different angles on it.
Not bad.
So here's where we get into the problem.
Yeah.
Which is this backrest is all just like this thick composite cardboard.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Not bendable, but it's like seems pretty bendable.
Yeah.
And when you like lean back, it gives.
Oh, okay. So you need to be like against the wall or something.
Yeah, it was against the wall at her place, and so I think that might have been like kind of why I couldn't see, because it's not against the wall at our house, and so yeah. I hope this doesn't go out to anybody who sees the post on Facebook Marketplace. And if you are looking for a couch, check out Facebook Marketplace in the Grand Rapids area. A couch going for around. I posted it.
You're doing a bad job selling it right now.
Well, we'll cut all this out. The couch show. New couch each week. We barter it. You listen. You get a couch. 1 couch. 10 people. 10 couches. 2 hosts.
Before we had the Tekken up, I had it was the Full House
I really liked that.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
So I was
at
thinking,
all.
maybe every week we do like a different living room set.
Different set.
But I was thinking, I could only think of 2 other living rooms. That 70s show, which is actually a basement, and then The Simpsons, which is just a wall behind them.
There's How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
That was like a pretty iconic big room. Gotta imagine Seinfeld.
Oh, sure.
Seinfeld.
Or like the Friends couch.
Yeah. I don't know if like Curb Your Enthusiasm, they are all over the place. Did they have like a consistent home set? I didn't watch the show.
So.
I'll be honest.
We could do like the Big Bang Theory set, and then we just have to like match kind of the camera angle because they have they were like weird.
Yeah.
Kind of setup.
Friends gives you a couple. They had a couple houses and apartments. Buzz, 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 buzz.
My friend Quinn Burt is really super gay.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Can they get us on copyright if I just say buzz?
I don't think so.
Buzz, buzz,
We're
buzz,
clear,
buzz,
dude.
buzz,
We're
buzz,
untouchable.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
I'm a sovereign citizen, dude. It means I can use any copyright I want.
Wow, dude. Storyblocks hates him.
Dude, this one
Getty's
simple
Images
trick.
hates him.
The NFL hates me.
Oh my gosh, I had to edit a promo for like one of our stations.
Mm-hmm.
WOTV, now named ABC4
Yep.
West Michigan. And a big part of the channel is sports.
Mm-hmm.
Sports in general. Different sports. Football, basketball.
Oh yeah, sometimes we record those sports hits, and it's always like really lame, like Division 4, like volleyball.
A lot of local sports too.
Yeah.
People go crazy for the Wood TV football frenzy, which is just high schools. High school football.
Well, I mean, because then you get to see your like kid on TV or whatever. I think that's.
I'm
probably
the
what it
asshole.
is.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. That That is pretty crazy. I don't think I really appreciated high school football because I didn't see the difference between high school football and like the pros.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed the pros were better, and so I was like, I thought that high school football was worse.
Mm-hmm.
But people are like crazy for high school football. One, because like their children are in it, but also because like sometimes there's just one high school that's way better. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
all of these one-sided like they're just like throwing Hail Marys every like they get the ball back, Hail Mary down the field. The one fast kid's just like running circles around like
Right, there's one
the
good
defenseman.
player, and
Yeah, and,
they
like-
score 80 points.
yeah, and so it's like it really is like this super. They create super teams. It's almost like
Oh, yeah.
super. It's
Michigan,
like a stacked NFL team. just
Michigan
thrown
doesn't
in.
have any crazy like high schools like that, but Texas has a few that are literally
high schools.
Yeah, they're just football schools. Like you go to that high school
you
to
come
play
here,
football.
no math. Forget about math. You don't need it. The
Right,
only
dude?
the
I
only
didn't
X
come
is-
here. I didn't come here to play math.
Yeah, we came here to touch balls.
Touch box, baby.
Touch
That's what I'm
box.
about. I'm about touching box. The touchdown.
Is that what they call it? Do touch box.
Touch box, baby.
You gonna watch the Lions game?
Absolutely. I'm a huge Lions fan.
I am a newborn Lions fan. Didn't care much for football until this year. Is it weird if we
That's
look at
alright.
each other the whole time?
I don't think so. Where
Watching
should
each
we
other's
look?
eyes? I don't know. I'll look over there.
Yeah, see how the Tekken's doing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're still playing.
A lot of
Maybe
just
I'm
back-to-back matches. You think they're even
Stu and Quinn?
skilled? Yeah.
I think so. Maybe Stu's a little bit better. Stu is some sort of like cybersecurity software engineer for some company. I don't know. I've never met Stu, but I've gamed with him a lot. He's good at gaming.
Yeah.
And it's so nice having, because like I feel like his most like day-to-day thing is like dealing with like idiots that work for his like corporation and stuff. So there's one time we were trying to get a game going and we had to like have mods and stuff, so he wrote up like a little transcript and posted it in the Discord for how to download these mods and like get them installed and stuff. I was like, yeah, this is a guy who works with really dumb people. I appreciate all of this.
Yeah.
Because, like, I get wiring, I get all that stuff, but once it comes to, like, doing shit on a computer is where it loses me.
I don't get any of it.
Yeah,
I get
You're an
very-
editor, dude.
I get
That's
very
hard.
basic wiring. Like, I get USB to Lightning powers the phone. I can remember that one. I get that HDMI to HDMI video on the TV now.
Oh, yeah, and sound.
And
man.
sound. But a aux cable? No video with that one.
3.5 millimeters.
3.5 millimeters.
You can-
Then you got your phone jack, your quarter inch cable.
3/4 inch.
Plug that one in a guitar amp. That's where it should go.
Right, we got a few over there.
Yep. They're hungry for 1/4 fraction chord. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean.
What's your favorite chord?
My favorite chord?
Yeah. Mine's C sharp.
Nice, dude. That wasn't even a high five. That was knuckles.
Knuckles.
Threw him a knuckleball.
Knuckleball. Maybe that's
That's the name of the podcast. Knuckleball.
Knuckleball. Knuckleheads.
Knuckleheads.
The silly goose.
The silly goose. And then we got like
me. Minions.
minions.
My friends detested me in college for my adamant use of wordplay
Yeah.
as in comedy,
That's whatever.
which I think I learned from Ethan Oakes. Because that dude will watch a show and he'll just be like, Sansa Stark will come on the screen. He'll be like, Sandstorm. I'm just like, yes, that's hilarious. It's so funny. But they don't appreciate it as much. They denoted it as level 1 comedy.
Level 1 comedy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shit they're doing, level 3. They're fucking killing every night on stage by their ranks. But I'm up there doing wordplay, getting no laughs.
Dude, I really want to go to like an open mic night. I think I've told you this. Go to an open mic night, have like a little sports jacket on, walk up on stage, then just pull out like a joke book and just start like reading jokes out of the joke book.
So, one of my old coworkers at Wood, he and one of the coworkers that works there now, he went up on stage. They went up on stage and they just like jammed. Like one of them had a bass and one of them had a guitar and they just played music.
Mhm.
It was great. It was awesome. And in between their songs, this coworker would tell just kind of like dad knock jokes or just like dad jokes, and it did. I was shocked by it. It did not kill hard. It caught me by surprise, but I think the attention span I have for those kind of jokes is low. So I think that you might lose.
Well,
I think you have to.
And the thing is, I'm not looking for laughs in the Mother, Mary, and Joseph. I'm not looking for to like kill in the place because I want to like film it. So like I want sort of that like.
Do you want me in the audience getting the like. The
Right,
phone
exactly.
shot?
Yeah. So I want it to be almost like a sort of like Nathan Fillion, not Nathan.
Nathan Fillion, known for
his dry
his
comedy
improv sets.
But a Nathan Fielder, super dry.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
That'd be
just
great.
like awkward and.
Yeah. Yeah. The more that you can make them believe
Right.
that
Exactly.
you find these jokes funny, and you came here today to share the funny jokes with them.
Right, and I got like little markers in it. And
Yeah.
I'm like flipping through, and I'm like, yeah.
You're gonna like this. You guys are gonna like this one. Oh. You guys are gonna like this one.
What's a frog's favorite kind of shoe?
Clog.
Open-toed. And then I start flip through.
But in the video, crickets.
Exactly.
0 laughs. It's like the tequila guy. You remember that video?
No.
Kind of this guy. I feel like went a little famous. Maybe he did it a couple more times, but it was just an internet video of some guy singing tequila, and tequila has like so few words in it.
Yeah, well, that's a tequila.
Yeah. And he just so for like all the time that it's just music, he's just up there like tequila.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. Very funny premise. But I could see this working well. You ever been to Broadleaf?
Mm-mm.
Out on 28th Street. Do I need to avoid like hyper local references? Does
No,
that
I
add
don't think so.
charm or just like disinterest? Do you think?
I don't think it matters at all.
Okay.
Don't worry about that
Okay.
stuff.
You're holding it like a fancy cigarette. But Broadleaf Brewery just added a pickleball court to their brewery.
Yeah.
I think a couple, but they have open mic night every Monday.
I feel like we were just doing a story about pickleball courts being like added, and people are getting like upset about like to parks and stuff, and people are being upset at like the noise.
Oh.
So it's like old people being like really upset.
Old people are upset?
Yeah, they're like
Old people
they're
are
really
like
upset about it.
75% of what makes up pickleball. Maybe that's not true anymore. Sorry if that was an outdated statement.
It's a bunch of 20-year-old hipsters like us.
It's true. But it started with the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
It really did.
Or maybe they're just mad that like young kids are using it now or whatever. But
Something is a real kind of controversial point about pickleball is that it's often taking up these old unused basketball courts, and so people are kind of saying it's like the gentrification sport because it's just like going into these underprivileged communities and taking like the one spot they had,
right.
because they're like there's not even nets on those hoops, you weren't using it. And then they just like put up a pickleball
Right.
set, and then like all these old people are like it's no
at it.
joke.
Did you watch The Golden Bachelor at all?
Mm-mm.
They did a pickleball episode on The Golden Bachelor.
I bet they did. Bet they all loved it.
It was good, and there was this one chick. She was one of my favorites. She like faked an injury, so like Gary, the Bachelor, would be like, "Oh, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong?"
She went up
It was
first,
good, man.
faked the injury. All the other ones had real injuries. It really brought the
And she did it.
she did it.
Yeah.
And then they all went back in like their casts, and she's like walking totally fine. They're like, "Hey, what the hell? What happened to your injury?"
What the fuck, Lisa? I don't think that was her name.
No, it was Lisa.
There was a Lisa though. I'm sure of it.
Bet she was a bitch.
No.
She was cool.
I think Lisa. Yeah, Lisa was cool.
Is it okay? It's Bachelor, so one dude,
Yeah.
one old guy.
And apparently Gary's a piece of shit. Hunk of garbage.
I hate to hear it. Why do they find these bad people?
I don't know, man.
Why can't they find just
Hey, he's
good U.S. citizens like you and me
Exactly.
to put on the show? Just real
Well,
patriots.
we're not single, so.
Okay, there's one reason. True. What if they did it? What if they had one, but it was just people in relationships, and they had not told their, like, the whole premise was that they had not told their partner they were going to be on this show, and so the whole time they're, like, really shameful and, like, secretive.
Ashley Madison, the show.
All of them are blurred out, and their voices are changed.
I bet a fucking cable network would absolutely buy that show.
Yeah.
And, like, the thing is, you could super fucking fake it because it's just blurred faces. So, like, who knows if it's actually, like, a single person or not.
Imagine, like, a sex scene or, like, one of those intimate scenes on the show where they're like, should we be doing this? But it's like, should we be doing this? Just, like, two
super low
yeah.
I never do this kind of thing.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, write that down.
Someone write that down. No one write that down.
Wait. No.
That's ours.
Copyright.
But yeah, you remember, I really think making fun of game shows is a gold mine for sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Like I wrote that, like, simple, do you think you can eat a pound of sand in a minute sketch? I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we owe that one to Alex Stacy.
We do owe that one
Planted
to Alex
that
Stacey.
thought seed. That is so funny.
You want to tell that?
Basically, it is a scholarship where these guys, like a round table of judges, come to a school and they have this, like, $10,000, something to, like, turn the heads of the students.
It's like a full ride.
Full ride. $10,000. Full ride to whatever community college you may so choose. But basically, they come and then, like, I don't know if this was originally the idea. I'm just gonna run with how it's playing out in my head. But it's like kind of like a secret. What do you need to do? And so they show up audition style, and then this just panel of judges is at a table, and there's just a trough of sand in front of them. Probably they weigh them beforehand, and then they just say, you know what? There's a lot of sand in front of you. Whoever can take the most sand home with them gets a full ride, baby. So basically, they have to it's a competition to see who can eat the most sand. And it's just like,
Genius.
somebody's going to eat sand.
Right.
And I think more than one. Like,
right.
And the more sand Buddy A does, Buddy B is really going to be jonesing for more. Because then he's going to get a full ride to whatever institution he wants to go to.
Right. They're all going to be a little hesitant at first, but that first person up, they're like, all right, whatever. They
person
just take a handful, and then the person next to them says, all right, well, fuck it. If they're doing, I might as well.
It's like breaking the seal of, like, integrity. You know? Because, like, you see someone else do it, and it's like, all right, he just did it. Like, what's the big deal? It's sand.
Exactly.
It's gone in my mouth.
Yeah.
Real story. Now I'm coming back to Cool Ranch Doritos, but I once took some Cool Ranch Doritos to the beach, like on a family trip. Little sand got in them. And Cool Ranch Doritos have just, like, this already kind of grainy seasoning on it. So it just I was, like, so hungry for these Cool Ranch Doritos, just, like, picking through them, and it, like, just, like,
right.
Like, so it ruined it. It ruined it, because now whenever I'm eating Cool Ranch Doritos, it's just like,
is there sand?
Is there sand in this? Because when I finished that bag of Doritos, I was like, I didn't kick this much sand in here.
Someone pre-sanded
there was some
Doritos.
sand in here. This wasn't all me.
But now you prefer sand on your Doritos.
I like them a little bit. I like it a little bit. You eat it enough and it's normal.
Hey man, can I get you some chips? Oh yeah, sure. Sand? No sand?
Sand? No sand? No sand.
No sand? Are you sure?
Please. Yeah. Easy no from me.
All right.
Whatever. This guy's not getting sand.
Well, I'm gonna put sand on mine so you can just, like, brush it off.
The waiter says that.
Oh, I was thinking this was at, like, someone's house and they're just hanging out getting chips.
You think there's any space for a restaurant that has, like, the server comes and eats with you?
I know. I honestly think, yeah. Like I'm absolutely sure there would be very lonely people, and I don't mean this to be like sad, but like lonely people who just want to go out and like have a conversation and have a meal with someone.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
Because when I was working customer service at Home Depot, the amount of times it just seemed like an old person just wanted to talk. That's like most of the time. That's what it was. They weren't like angry about anything. They just didn't have anyone to like listen to them complain. You know.
Are you very yes and about like old people asking, like getting into those things about like just like tangent conversations?
Absolutely. Whenever like an old person was like super conservative, I would be just as conservative as they would be.
Really?
Just for the sake of the conversation, just to
Wow.
like get them out of my face.
That was the quickest way to deal with them.
Yeah, always.
Is that your parents? Up there? Was that you and Drew?
Yeah, that's me and Drew.
Oh, Drew's long hair made me think it was Stacy Levine, but no, now I can see it.
So yeah, my grandpa David unfortunately passed away on New Year's,
Oh,
and so we went to his place and I picked out that picture of Drew and I. 'Cause
That's
it's, like,
cute.
that's the frame that it came in, that he had it in.
that's a sick frame. You guys were putting out elephant energy
Yeah,
from childhood.
All right, Drew, you talk. I gotta go pee real quick,
I'll talk.
and then we'll wrap this bad boy up.
Can you pull that picture back out?
What? Oh, Greg Turkington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
King of the dry humor, Greg Turkington.
He's a fucking goat.
He is.
We're watching On Cinema with Quinn. It's the greatest show of all time.
I've only seen a couple episodes. That's something that I dodge in and out of. You sit
You
down
can't. You have to
watch it all
invest. You have to invest, and I'm telling you, On Cinema, about like 4-ish seasons in, it starts clicking. But it's crazy because it's not like an Office issue where everybody, is like the first season's kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
You go back on it and look at it, and you're like, no, these 4 seasons, we needed them.
Is there just 4 seasons?
No, there's 13 or 14.
Okay.
They're short though.
And so what?
They're like 10
what about
episode
after season 4?
Oh, I mean, it just starts clicking. They've established enough lore
Yeah.
that starts all clicking. Because that's like the thing, right? With On Cinema is like a lot of people. The only thing that they engage with is the trial of Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the trial of Tim Heidecker?
I've seen 30
Yeah,
minutes of
you've
it.
seen
Seen parts of it,
highlights of
yeah.
it or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is the trial of Tim Heidecker by itself is a feat of comedy, right? Like, it's one of the funniest things I can think of. But then the fact, right? And then, like, you can watch it by itself. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But then after you watch On Cinema and you've watched, like, the 10 years of shit that they've made to get to the point, like, you're just like, it's incredible that they've been able to keep such, like, an interesting story going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also deep, because it literally is, On Cinema is a character study of the true believer Republican, American, Republican.
I love America.
Yeah.
They're both strong Republicans.
No, Tim Heidecker is in On Cinema.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Greg Turkington? Is he?
No, Greg Turkington just cares about movies, man.
Yeah.
That's his sole goal. It's beautiful. The only thing he cares about is movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're both narcissists, I guess. So it's just two narcissists going at each other.
What's the premise of is there lore behind why they started it?
Well, I mean, Tim wanted his own movie review show, and then he needed a co-host that was a movie expert.
Walks
it's
in
a guest.
Greg Turkington.
Yeah, walks in Greg Turkington. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and you get great interactions, like the Ant-Man arc. The Ant-Man arc is great.
Unfamiliar.
Oh,
I like
Yeah.
to. I where I'm at, because you kind of talked about breaching over this knowledge of the show where it all starts to click. I'm still in the infancy period where it all
Yeah.
is very confusing, and I kind of admire how lost I get in it. Just
Yeah.
with the characters and just how,
Yeah,
how
I mean, the
they
big
talk.
thing about On Cinema is you first got to realize that the show On Cinema itself is sucks and is not what the show is about at all, which is really interesting. Like, it's like we took Seinfeld a step further.
Everybody's saying that about On Cinema. Seinfeld 2, Return of the Sign.
All right, Drew. What do we name this?
I don't know, man.
All right, well, give me my mic.
That was your one shot, Drew. You blew it.
Well, you better figure it out then.
Can we run some of the ideas that we've had by you?
I know, like, what we
Yeah.
do when we're together.
What?
But,
Can we?
we're the brothers Levine, but
But this
Levine
is-
is spelled wrong
Okay,
every
okay.
single time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hard for branding.
I mean, no,
I don't
the
think
br- the
podcast- I
branding-
don't think
the
they're gonna
branding
like that.
itself will be, the branding itself is Brothers Levine, but it's
Okay.
stylized, spelled wrong every time.
Gotcha.
I mean, and we are Jewish, so we have, the Jewish sibling kind of,
that
Holly.
classic relationship.
Exactly.
The Marx Brothers.
The Marx Brothers, the Russo brothers.
I don't know that the Marx Brothers were Jewish.
Why weren't
I don't know that.
sure they were.
I don't know.
Old Hollywood? Must be.
Must be.
What are you trying to hit? This? Sure.
What if he just punched you in the nuts?
If you want to be seen on national television,
This dude's about to lose
we
his
should
job.
we should submit this to the Grand Rapids public access radio.
Don't you have
No.
to like film it with their stuff?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can
But I
just
think-
be like,
I think-
"Hey, I shot this."
I think
Please
you.
air.
I think you can.
You have to like do something there, don't you? You have to like earn your screen time.
Well, my mom got me a membership to the Wealthy Theater, and I think
Sick shot.
I think the end game for this podcast is I really just want to mimic Harmingtown, where we have like a residency somewhere at like the Wealthy Theater, and we just do like a live show every day, like every week.
Every day, dude.
24/7.
Wow.
We live on stage.
Oh my god, that is you. You just spoke my dream that I
Yeah.
didn't know I had. Living on stage.
It's like a Mr. Beast video.
What
How
about
long can you stay on this stage?
what about this? Big Bang Theory. And if you think there's 2 levels to it, because
Okay.
you're gonna gain some audience
Big Bang
of the Big Bang.
Theory.
You're
Right,
gonna gain some
exactly.
Big Bang Theory audience,
Big
which is a
Bang
big
Theory,
win.
the sequel.
But it's
In
also
parentheses, Young Sheldon is a prequel, you idiot.
and it's a long title, so the boys aren't gonna like it. It doesn't fit on a T-shirt, but I think that there's some kind of parallels to like we are rediscovering what it's like to be on this couch in this room with these mics, you know,
The Big Bang Theory.
the Big Bang Theory.
Drew, me radio.
Me Radio.
Max and Ethan. Because the idea for our TV show is Max and Ethan is Me TV.
Okay.
What about this? The Me Comedy Hour. That was something said earlier by me, and I'm not willing.
That's
I'm
right.
not willing to let it go.
No, I do.
Comedy by me.
Ooh. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Comedy period by me.
Yep. And then all of your metadata is just what is it? What is that one emergency room podcast?
What?
None of you guys are on TikTok. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Just like
I
yeah.
don't need another distraction in my
No, you
life.
don't.
I hit gold in Magic.
That's sick.
You hit gold.
The Magic the Gathering.
Oh, the
You're familiar?
yes.
Yeah.
We were just talking about MTG Arena. This episode actually brought to you by MTG Arena.
Yes.
If you are looking
Please
for
sponsor us.
Give me 1 million packs so I can finally make a deck.
could we also get paid in a little money? I don't want to be just
only
paid in
only
decks.
Magic the Gathering packs, please.
I don't want to take Wizards of the Coast money. I will take their packs though.
That is taking their money, Drew. They had to make the packs.
No, they're
Why don't we get the money to buy the packs?
Well,
You can buy the packs with your half.
They just gotta, they just bash their head
With
against
his
the
half.
keyboard.
Drew gets half. Drew's like the Barry Gordy of our podcast. He came in early, saw the potential, and is like, yeah, I'll take half. What's half now? $50? Sure.
He just did the fucking the thing from the Facebook movie where it's drop the
yeah.
Comedy by me.
Comedy by me.
That's what we're doing now. I hope you realize
Inventing
that's the name.
Facebook, the Facebook's podcast counterpart. What do you think is the Facebook of podcasts? Is it Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Is it Joe Rogan?
Yeah, because it's also like...
Because it spreads misinformation.
And a bit boomery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
What's the Instagram of podcasts?
The Instagram of podcasts is probably what's that one podcast that had drama? the podcast for women.
Which one was that? I've heard
There's
there's
a big one on Barstool Sports.
Ooh, call her
Call
daddy.
her daddy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Instagram of podcasts.
That crossed my brain.
Yeah.
I think that's a sign that it is.
You know what my favorite podcasts I really, really like? Oh. And also shouts out to them. If you ever listened to episode 1, it's an improv podcast.
Okay.
Every single episode is the first episode of a different podcast.
Dude, they took it, Ethan. They took the premise. God damn it. Shoot. We're going to be dealing with some copyright issues.
And the unfortunate thing with that one is you're several years late to that one.
Because it's been running for a while.
Yeah, and it's also Chapo affiliated too, so you got that too.
Choplo?
Chapo, as in the Trap House.
Trap House? Keep walking it back.
Chapo Trap House.
What is that?
I think it's the biggest political podcast on Patreon.
Ooh. Okay.
And like most people, they lost their minds when Bernie lost.
In a good way? Or a bad way?
No, in a bad way.
Okay. So they're left leaning?
Yeah, they're left leaning, right? But then Bernie lost, and then you're like, well, China's the answer. You know what I mean? They tend to do that.
Personally, I love China.
Yeah, personally, I'm indifferent to China.
No, I'm not about to just make Chinese noises. Not gonna do that. All right. Well, hey, I think this was a pretty successful first episode.
I'd say so.
I think we went for almost an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
It flew by.
It kind of flew by.
It was really fun. I think that's like what you have to have in a podcast is, and what you have to have. And I'm already writing the book on this, on like what you need to have for a podcast. This is number one. You have to enjoy what you're saying, and in anticipation for no one to listen. Like we have to find. It would be so sad if in 10 years we were still like working the grindstone trying to get this off the ground if we just hated what we were talking about because we're like, oh, they love the murder ones. Let's just talk about murders, and then we're just doing like so much research. I'm like, oh, I hate this so much. This sucks. This makes me so sad. And so I liked the things we were talking about.
Yeah, me too. And I think I was telling you, the biggest reason I wanted to do this was just to give you and I a reason to get together and talk. Because I think making it this big of a production, like adds to that. Like, it makes it feel like, oh, I've literally put money into this. I need to fucking use the setup.
Yeah. But I'm glad for all the future listeners who are coming back to this one for the first time. We're probably on episode 300 when
you're watching.
When you are watching, everybody is just getting into it.
Yeah.
When we're on episode 300.
Check out episode 300. We got Tom Holland coming in.
Yeah, and that's a good one. I think we made some good jokes in that one because this is we actually filmed them in reverse so that we can have a little context.
Has anyone done that before on a podcast?
Film 300 episodes. Release them backwards. They only get worse.
This is episode 300.
The sound quality only gets worse.
This is episode 600. Check out wait for episode 300 to come out when you're watching.
We do them like the Star
We pull
Wars
a fucking
trilogy.
George Lucas. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
The prequels are going to be good. I think the prequels are going to be like a good stride for us.
Oh yeah.
When we can
I'm
get,
excited.
you know, because sometimes you have to just get past
Yeah,
your
you
first
gotta-
300.
You gotta figure out your metachlorians, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's that gonna be?
Who knows? I'm saving that one for episode 50. Now they're just playing with a beach ball.
Yeah, and we missed it. I was gonna say something. They were in the Tekken 8 lobby screen, which is just like you have a little like me character kind of.
Yeah,
And you just,
I
like,
did
run
see
around a
that. I
casino.
did see that. Comedy by me.
I don't mind it.
I like it.
Comedy by me.
Comedy by me.
Comedy by me.
All right.
Maybe we should each say one of the words to close it.
There we go.
Which one do you?
Comedy.
You taking comedy?
You're taking
Or do you want me to take? All right. Let's do this.
Take
Fine.
comedy.
All right. Somebody take
I don't have
comedy.
to take
Okay. Comedy.
Period.
me.
Wait. Okay. Comedy.
By.
Me.
There we go.
That's a good one.
You're bi.
That's
Oh,
your
I
whole identity now. Commit.
Drew, any update on the clown that hides from gay people?
What? There's a clown that hides from gay people?
Nice.
You seen a clown?
All right, we'll close it there.